Hi, I'm Abigail,
Hi, I'm Caroline.
and today our hot topic will be covered over Snapchat.
We will be telling you how this social media is relevant in today's society.
Snapchat is pretty much a mobile messaging service that was created by Snapchat Incorporation that sends a photo or video to somebody that only lasts up to 10 seconds before it disappears. During that time, the recipient can take a screenshot and then the sender will be notified. That is just pretty much the technical definition of Snapchat. It is looked at in different ways by other types of people. For instance, on Urban Dictionary, it is pretty much the site that was made to sext people, a way to get naked selfies. It's changed a little bit now. It's more of a platform to have your friends see what you're doing, to send just stupid Snapchats, nothing that's going to be saved permanently. So people use this opportunity just to have fun with friends and whatnot. But the overall purpose is pretty much just to create a relaxed social media platform where you can communicate through visuals with your family, friends, and even celebrities that might have followers just as yourself.
So, some background information about Snapchat. It is a video messaging app, like she said. It was launched in 2011, so it's been around for about 5 years. It started in Stanford University by three guys, Evan Spiegel, Bobby Murphy, and Reggie Brown. This was where the idea of an ephemeral photo sharing app was brought to life. And then as of May of 2014, the users app were sending 700 million Snapchats daily. And due to this instant popularity, Facebook reportedly offered to acquire Snapchat for $3 billion. And one of the app's co-founders actually declined this cash offer. And because of this, Facebook later launched a similar app called Slingshot, but it failed to catch on. So some Snapchat lingo, there's a lot. One, if you're a Snapchatter, that means you are a user of Snapchat. Snaps are photos or videos taken with Snapchat. You can send them to other Snapchatters. Snapback is when you reply to a Snapchatter. A story is a snap you can broadcast to all your followers, and recipients can view your story in an unlimited amount of times in 24 hours. And you can post multiple Snap stories a day. I don't think there's a maximum of how many you can post. And you can also access your other friends' stories to see what they're doing. And all you have to do is just click on their name in the story viewing page, and then click right on the screen to go to the next one, or left to go to the previous one, and then just swipe down to get out of their story. And then a snap score is a special equation combining the number of snaps you've sent and received with the stories you posted and other factors. A snap code are scannable codes where that are made to add new Snapchat friends, and it makes adding friends easier. Your snap code is located in the center of your profile screen if you tap the little ghost at the top, and you can just access that, there. And then some other features are that there's a Snapchat video call, and this feature lets you directly message other Snapchatters by swiping right on their name. And you can start a video call like FaceTime or Skype, and you can also transfer photos within that chat. And then the last thing is a snap streak, and this is defined with certain emojis that are next to your friends' names, along with the amount of days you've consecutively Snapchatted them. So each day, so basically a snap streak means that you and your friends have snapped each other within 24 hours for more than one consecutive day. So, snaps and how-to features. So basically how Snapchat works is you capture a photo by pressing the button at the bottom, and then you can add a caption to the photo or filters/lenses over top, and then you send the finishing creation to a Snapchatter friend that you have. And alternatively, you can add your snap to your Snapchat story, which is what I mentioned before. And Snapchat is unique in the sense that all photos and videos only last for a brief amount of time, like Abigail said, so before they disappear. So this makes the app like an ephemeral in nature, though you can take a screenshot of the snaps you receive and also save them to your stories or your camera roll.
Okay, a big part of Snapchat, though, is stories. A story is a short video created by stringing multiple Snapchats together. It's kind of like a slideshow that your followers, friends, and even custom people can view. Each snap on your story is available for 24 hours, and then you can continually add on to your story over time at any time of the day. It offers users pretty much just a really nice way to access their friends' daily lives, and you can actually now see a lot of celebrities' lives who are in Snapchat. You can post your own stories though for others to view, and people can screenshot your stories, they can comment on your stories, they can do pretty much whatever they want with your story. But it pretty much acts as a way to just show your friends what you've been doing within 24 hours. The goal of these stories is a lot of the times, one, to get views, to see your numbers go up and up and up as you collect more friends and followers. And then blue boxes has become a new thing that you can do on Snapchat. With swiping up on somebody's story, you can comment on that, revealing a blue box within your Snapchat feed. Many people will post selfies or funny videos in hopes of getting responses for a selfie like, slay bitch, hard eyes, girl you fine AF, or perfect, or more like that. The goal of these stories also could just simply to be able to show your crush or your significant other a picture of yourself, or even just to simply see when that person views your Snapchat story. This is sometimes the only reason people will post Snapchat stories, is because you can actually see when a person views your Snapchat story. Another reason people post on their stories to post pictures of food. Some people don't even eat without posting pictures on their Snapchat story of their food. And pretty much other people will use their Snapchat stories to show off items that are simply illegal, like guns, weed, money they may have taken, which I feel is probably the most unideal situation, because if you post all of this stuff on your Snapchat story and then 2 minutes later say exactly where you're hanging out, you are literally asking for 48 hours later to probably be robbed. And mostly the reason for Snapchat stories is to laugh. People want to laugh, people want to bring people entertainment, and that's the beauty of Snapchat, is simply just entertainment. Companies now are having stories. There are companies like Victoria's Secret Pink. They have stories to where you can actually screenshot their Snapchat story to get ads and deals and even coupon codes. This is a way for companies to show their brands and all of that kind of stuff within an easy, accessible way for people of all types. Companies that are actually dealing with surgeries now have Snapchat stories. Dr. Miami would be a prime example. He is a plastic surgeon who actually can virtually let you see his procedures through Snapchat. It gets a little visual, but of course, if that's what you're interested in, it's an awesome way to see surgery on the go. And now even NASA has Snapchat, where you can see all the new developments within science and just pretty much become more educated in all ways possible. It's pretty much growing within all companies. You can see now where companies have their Twitter and Facebook sections at the bottom of their websites. Now they have added the Snapchat feature. But there's also conflict with stories, because it's almost become second nature to always post Snapchat stories, meaning people now have access to see what you're doing, where you're doing, and exactly when you're doing. A big example for that conflict is Kim Kardashian, who was robbed. And the reason behind that, many people believe, is because she was posting exactly where she was, and we could tell exactly how to get to her. That's why, actually, if you've been able to tell, she has not been on social media since October 2nd. But a lot of these scandals happen due to Snapchat stories, whether it's with friends, whether it's with celebrities, or anything. Because within 30 seconds, somebody can see your story, somebody can screenshot your story, and it can result in a lot more trouble than you intended on. Overall, your Snapchat story, though, is for your enjoyment, not others, so keep it classy. On to filters. So there are many facial filters that have been put into Snapchat just to make it more of a fun app. There are things that can morph your face to make you look like things that you couldn't even imagine, and they can be accessed by holding onto your face and raising your eyebrows or opening your mouth. Here are some examples of some facial feature examples. Now there are even location filters, which are called geofilters. This acts as a way of showing your friends not just what you're doing, but exactly where. People can purchase these filters for a minimum of $5. So if you really want, you can make yourself a geofilter location for your house. But these also have given the companies a way to make money because universities, stores, airports will pay and design these filters so people can put them on their photos, and it's act as advertising for them and also just a fun way for Snapchatters to spice up their pictures. These are some examples of some location filters. The next type of filter is a branded filter. With any business and application, money will always become a factor, and Snapchat is a free app. So in order for them to make money, these brands will pay to have their filter put on Snapchat. Companies can now reach their audiences through these filters. Actually, during the 2016 election, both candidates used these Snapchat filters to promote their candidacy and try and get people to vote for them. Number one, because people our age are on Snapchat, so this will get people our age to go out and vote. And also it is just in hopes that their ad will get you to vote for them, because in today's society, that's all it takes is a Snapchat filter for you to vote for the next president of the United States. Here are some examples of branded filters. You have Victoria's Secret, Nordstrom, My Little Pony, Zappos. Just gives you that insight of, hey, maybe I'll go shop at Nordstrom's because my face is a snow globe. And then there are your basic filters that came when Snapchat first pretty much was developed, which has your 9 basic filters of weather, altitude, speed, battery life, and time, along with black and white and 3 other colored filters. Here I have on the top left is a picture with no filters whatsoever, and as you go along you can see how the filters pretty much change the original photo that you took in your Snapchat.
So I'm going to tell you how Snapchat, in addition to having all these sponsored filters and stuff like that, like she just said, this is another way that they make money is through the Discover page. So when you swipe right next to your stories page, you can see this news section and you can watch stories that companies, like famous magazine companies like Cosmopolitan, People Magazine, The Food Network, Vogue, National Geographic, BuzzFeed, the list goes on and on, but basically they're taking your, Snapchat has taken these popular magazines and put them on a new social media platform, and with this, news has never been easier to access, and it's a faster way to just get your news and just see it visually, and like it's an exciting way to like look at your news and stuff. And also through this news Discover page, it's become more interactive with the Snapchat users. So for example, on Cosmopolitan, you can like take a quiz or something, and on the Food Network, you can look at recipes and even like send them directly to your friends. So how Snapchat connects to the Tippy Cup. It's timely because even though it was invented 5 years ago, it's still relevant today and is making like new features on it and always updating itself, so it's getting better as it progresses and more users are on it. It's impacted us because Snapchat has raised about $16 billion and has over 100 million daily viewers on it who spend at least 25 to 30 minutes on the app each day. And basically almost everyone uses Snapchat nowadays. Instead of asking for your number, people just say like, oh, you got Snapchat or something, and because it's a new way of like texting, and basically everyone around like our generation has one. It's the third most used app in the US currently. It's related to proximity because there are certain location filters or geo filters that are specific for that location. So for example, there are ones for the University of Kansas, but you can only access them within a certain radius of the school. Otherwise, you won't get the filter. And this goes along with other locations like cities and things like that, or states. It's emotional proximity because if something sad happens within like where you are living, a lot of people will find out about it by posting something in their story. So for example, when someone died in my school, a lot of people were writing like RIP, like the person's name. Or when the whole thing happened in Paris, there was like a filter about the Paris, was it like a shooting?
Mm-hmm.
And
the terrorist attack.
Yeah, the terrorist attack, and so many people were posting that in their stories just to bring awareness and to show that they had sympathy for the people that died and the people who were affected. It's interest because nowadays we are kind of nosy about what people are doing, and we feel that we will always want to know what people are doing in their free time, like if we're bored. So Snapchat is basically an easy way to like stalk these people or whatever your followers and like to like look at what they're doing in like a low-key way. Since people like basically post about their life all the time and what they're doing. It's conflict because Snapchat can start drama, like Abigail said about the Kim Kardashian thing. And also, so we are basically so known to post things in our story to the point where like our privacy is not really like, we don't really have any respect for our privacy, and like we just show everyone everything. And sometimes we post stupid things to the public. For example, there was actually a case here at the University of Kansas where a cheerleader was suspended from cheering after she posted a picture in her story linking the Ku Klux Klan with President Donald Trump. And the photo showed 3 guys with the K on their shirt, and the caption was KKK Go Trump, I think. So yeah, that was really stupid of her. And then it's unusual because some Snapchat stories are pretty unusual and don't make sense, but they're like funny anyway, so people just like to share them with their friends. And it's basically made, it is also unusual in the sense that it's made social acceptance to sending nudes to people. So that's also a weird thing. And last but not least, it's prominence because like celebrities like Viners, YouTubers, actors, like things like that are also using Snapchat as an alternate means of communication to interact with their followers on a more personal level. And major companies in categories like makeup, fashion, or sports also have Snapchat to announce their big events or to promote sales or any deals that they're having. Thank you for watching and
And happy holidays.
Make sure to follow us on Snapchat too.